Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. There was a lot to cover in this video, because many are wondering what the future holds for the Bitcoin sector. Some people are predicting that the price of Bitcoin will skyrocket to $10,000 from $30,000. No. I will stop it immediately and permanently. My prediction for the future of this market is the most transparent one I can make right now. I'll explain it in simple terms. Next month, we will begin Q2, and then we will continue on to Q3 and Q4. Oh, that seems easy. In order to follow their aims, you will need to pay attention to it. We will also investigate Wall Street. According to their experts, the $100 XRP price estimate is no longer valid. Just what is the meaning of that? Both you and I are interested in such information. Is it not a concern of yours? I have this covered. Bitcoin allocations are not likely to equal gold prices. Angelo sent Bitcoin holders a nice little commercial pushing XRP and Ripple. The show ended with pyrotechnics. Crypto, according to Morgan Stanley, is going to shake up the financial industry. Now, let's dive into a Bitcoin transaction without delay. 67 grand at the moment. It has a 1.29% market share. My theoretical arrival time in the past 24 hours is 3,959 USDT, and USDC are both back at their dollar pegs, up 4.88%. People cashed out, thus it's crucial that USDC be back at its currency peg. We dropped to 99 cents because of it. We're back at a neutral level, which implies we're ready for the next level up. Apologies for the interruption, but instead of taking profit, people withdrew cash to buy into the markets. Then what will happen next? Everything will revolve around coin pumps. No, that doesn't mean the bull run has ended. Take this as a mere warm-up. Bitcoin is only starting to warm up. In a moment, we will witness the warm-ups for altcoins. Then, we will witness the grand finale of Bitcoin's price going up to 100,000, 150,000, and 200,000. After that, all of the coins will go into a parabolic run, and you and I will be able to take profits while laughing at the Wall Street guys, who are only making 5 to 10%. They are having a successful year. Is that something you can get behind? XRP is now trading at 1.88%, which is 62 cents. The overall cryptocurrency market cap is $2,591 billion, and it is currently battling for the 66-cent resistance area. Allow me to present you with a token. In my Patreon group, I've discussed this. After 14 months of purchasing it, I decided to switch to funding Casper and Juochuan with the money I had been telling you about my rotation. Last month, I stopped buying it. The price of quads has dropped slightly, but I'm not too concerned about it because I bought my first one last month for roughly $133 each. Which is why I halted Casper. Are you ripping? Do you not think a coin has any value anymore? Does it hold any water for me? I ceased purchasing it. Looking at Casper, it's roughly 5 cents, so I haven't sold any and have no plans to. My dollar cost average for the last year has been just under 4 cents, so I can say that I have already made a profit from it. Everything is looking good now. In this case, though, I've got an easy 5 to 10 times. Hey, my luggage makes me happy. You can try to calculate it out. For 14 months, he bought once a week. I'm satisfied with my job. Without fail, I was investing a colossal sum of money once weekly. I need to figure out, okay, I guess you might guess, or assume that I'm a large bag. This is going to blow your mind. Alright, I'm going to divide out the $133 among the quads. It's going to be 5 to 6 times easier than before. I'll have a 6-pack. On any given day, the capital I'm investing in assets like Casper HBAR and Great XRP, those are my secure bags. I won't have to fret over any D-Gen locations, because I know those bags will grow. It would be great if I could let you know about 5 or 10 different cryptocurrencies, and show you how they're all puffed up. The next thing I know, I'll be in tip-top shape, and ready to hire a marching band to help fund my retirement as Cryptopia exchange goes bankrupt. It will repay certain debtors using cryptocurrency. How thoughtful of them. After a cyber attack in 2019 stole tokens worth millions of dollars, the New Zealand exchange fell offline. Consider the possibility that the Israeli cyber attack was executed by insiders. This is nothing new. The Canadian exchange recalls a case where a man fabricated his death, then traveled to India with a forged death certificate. He declined. Crypto will remain inaccessible to anyone. A cryptocurrency exchange in Bangkok. In the upcoming months, Cryptopia will give Dogecoin and Bitcoin to eligible account holders in New Zealand. Following a 2019 cyber assault and the theft of millions of dollars worth of tokens from the network, the company decided to file for insolvency. After the first round of distributions, which should take place within 3 months, the approved process, which includes notifying account holders of any cutoff dates, will be followed until the end of 2024. Account holders will then be able to access any remaining Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or other cryptocurrencies with a sufficient value. Sure, $5 million was stolen, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Everything is better than nothing. So why not get some Bitcoin or Dogecoin? If you use an exchange, even a little bit will help. Let's not sugarcoat it. The fact that Mac Assault released this is intriguing. The $100 XRP price projection, according to Wall Street gurus, has already passed. What does this imply? Although it took 2 acts, the Wall Street veteran finally said on Friday, March 1st, that his early optimistic XRP projections had come to an end. He described the scenario as bittersweet, but fortunately, his predictions had failed. In July 2003, Philip had already made a daring prediction about XRP, saying that its price would skyrocket between $104 and 7 months later. Remember that this was Shana Thorpe. Just a day ago, she made this forecast. Now, listen, sometimes predictions are incorrect. So, what's your plan? Attempting to forecast or estimate where one believes the price is heading on one of these social media platforms requires more guts than it does for someone without a following. For the simple reason that 9 out of 10 times, people's predictions will be wrong in this crypto market due to how crazy and volatile it is. Does this rule out the possibility of this prophecy ever coming true? Well, perhaps the schedule was slightly off, isn't it? We have no idea what the future holds for XRP's pricing. And yet, I applaud her. It's extraordinary. Out of nowhere, she emerged. She wrote a fantastic post explaining her reasoning for predicting these price levels. It was an excellent piece of writing. And in case you haven't happened to stumble upon it, her Twitter profile is accessible to you. Investors' portfolios and Bitcoin aren't likely to be in sync in nominal terms, according to JP Morgan, the same JP Morgan that says you can't acquire crypto, do anything with crypto, or even mention their interest. Actually, I had a conversation with my advisor yesterday, and he was interested in hearing my thoughts on cryptocurrency as a market indicator. How do Howard's markets appear, and what are our expectations for the result? Because adoption is happening in other parts of the world far more quickly than in the United States, we should expect to see the usual suspects like JP Morgan, Bank of America, and the like. However, I believe things will change in the United States tomorrow. A new government may come into office one day, and I hope that when that happens, we will finally be able to obtain the regulations and clarity that have been so desperately needed. We are blessed with technology, innovation, and the firms and fintechs that are constructing their businesses around these foundational technologies. We are now down to the last item. But what are our resources? The CEO is embroiled in a conflict with the SEC, which is in turn suing the CFTC. Everyone is afraid to go forward and take charge, yet when someone does try to impose regular regulations on it, no one is willing to stand up and agree. To some extent, I feel like they aspire to play the hero. If there were a good cryptocurrency that could compete with gold and risk capital, the report claims that its price would be $45,000, despite the fact that Bitcoin is 3.7 times more volatile. Once investors purchased Bitcoin ETFs, the net inflow was $9 billion. The report predicts that Bitcoin's market valuation will reach $3.3 trillion if the cryptocurrency were to mimic the distribution of gold in investment portfolios. The implication is that Bitcoin will never reach $3.30 trillion. Next, we'll examine 1.3. We can take it on at 70,000 if we calculate it. Is it going to happen that the price of a Bitcoin reaches $210,000? To tell you the truth, I believe we're going to go dangerously close. Based on my initial pricing forecasts, which ranged from $1 to $150, I'm considering revising them to $125 to $175. This is the first time Bitcoin has ever broken its all-time high before having. We're almost at the old bull run cryptocurrency all-time high right now, and I think we might see even higher. Looks like we're in for some exciting days ahead, as we go over to Treasure Lopez. The second video will be the only one to feature it, but according to Morgan Stanley, cryptocurrency is set to revolutionize the banking industry by 2024. For the current year, that's correct. As of late last night, when they were discussing digital currencies issued by central banks, the major institutions knew what was coming: Ripple and XRP. There has been much discussion of how cryptocurrencies will shake up the international monetary system. Take a look at the ripple effect that has been growing since 2012 or 2013. During the last decade, they have made enormous progress toward their goal of upending the financial system. Gain. This is a clear sign that banks and corporations are implementing DLT technologies, as it aligns with the SWIFT initiative to transition everyone to the new messaging standard. The second wave of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs, will be backed by Morgan Stanley, which means that institutional investors will flood the markets in droves. After everything is set up, this year is going to be really crazy, guys. We could see a third wave of cryptocurrencies, or new exchange-traded funds, ETFs, emerge. Prepare yourself. Incorporate Q2, pyrotechnics, and Q3 Q4 fireworks. The spectacular finale will be yours. I'm not claiming this will be a picnic, but this is going to go off the charts. The path to success will not be smooth and devoid of obstacles. After Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum experience tremendous price increases, they will inevitably fall from a new high point. This trend will persist until they break out above their most recent higher high. Well, that concludes our video. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Muchas gracias, depart.